Alrighty. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Last minute pop up. I had the most beautiful walk this morning and just got home a little while ago. Opened the door, and Shan had a fresh pot of coffee on the brew. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to have some. And I thought, how cute to do a cuppa and some cards today. And I'm excited because around 1 or 2, starting today and into the next few days, we are supposed to start to get some actual snow on the ground here in Ashland. So very, very excited to have that. And just get some smudging done around here. I know time difference, folks might be out getting their kids and trying to find a time to do a pop-up without interfering with other shows. And I thought, well, let's do this now. And I have to bring one of my beautiful crow feathers out here and just smudge, smudge, smudge. So hopefully I'll get a few people. If not, I can just do a reading for the collective and then say adios. But the clouds and the mist and the mountains today, lovely, lovely, lovely. And I got to chat with Tom and Nancy and my friend Amanda while I was out and about, sharing pictures, listening to some Pink Floyd, though Gilmore Pink Floyd. I named my playlist Pink Gilmore. Not a fan of the other guy, or should say douchebag, but Heather will be polite, right? So it shows I have somebody watching. Hello. So today I brought my, because it's stained, kind of like got that coffee, foam colored tea stain. I thought I would bring this today. I haven't read with this deck in a while, and it is a very big, chunky deck. I know some people are like, chunky, but yeah, it's a very thick deck. And but it's got some beautiful artwork in it. Some may recognize it from last week. I don't know. He was holding an acorn in his back foot, but he was holding an acorn. I digress. So I have that, and I have my folia. I was starting to pull out my folia. So thankful. Is this Jen? So I know I did my Jaguar show the other day. And I was mentioning to people to let people know that I haven't seen in a while, like Joyful Jen and stuff. So is that you, or did you follow me on the other channel? If you're not, welcome. It's nice to meet you. And yes, I like the name Thankful, because despite what goes on, in our day-to-day lives, we are able to find things to be very grateful for and thankful for. So I am here today. Now I will open the floor for readings. However, I do have rules. I do not do third party. That means I don't have permission to tap into somebody else's energy without their permission. So I will not do third party. I will not do health or legal. I'm not a professional. So, and again, these readings are all for entertainment purposes only. And I also, no politics. This is a politics-free zone. So if somebody wants a general, or if someone has something that they're not quite sure, still go ahead and put it in the chat. I'll take a look at it, and then we can figure out maybe if we need to reword it, and we can do that. So Thankful. Tell me about yourself. I'm Justin's mom. Had to change my name. Justin's mom. Justin. I don't recall. I'm Justin's mom. Thankful. It's been a long time since I've been on the Jaguar channel. And when I left, I had 1,000 some subscribers. And when I moved here from New York to Oregon, I drove us here. I just wanted a clean slate. I noticed that there were a lot of people who had subbed to me over the years that weren't coming anymore. And I thought, well, I'll just leave Jaguar up so I can look back and, have the memories and see how far I come. But new move, new state, whole new state of mind, actually. So thank you for popping in. So I'm Justin's mom. So do you want me just to call you Thankful? Is there a name another name you want me to call you? Let me know. So yeah, I am opening up the floor for any questions that anybody might have. And again, if you want like midweek, we can look at the cards for the midweek and going to the end of the week. We can do a general, we can do a spirit, whatever is on your mind, except again for the politics, the third party, and things that come to health or legal. So, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Ah, nothing tastes good like a fresh hot cup of coffee with a little bit of coffee made mocha creamer and a splash of milk. Delicious. Well, until I get any requests, what I'll do is I can pull cards for the collective for the rest of the week. So today is the 7th already, heading into the second week of the new year. Oh, what are my spirit guides? Okay, so let's get that energy and refocus on you. So let me put that up on there. So Thankful would like to know what my spirit guides have for me. Okay. I think I'm going to, let's just stick with this one today. Spirit guides for Thankful. My little squirrel came up. And grab a folia. Love my folia. And people are learning about the folia. Thank goodness for Selena, Essence of the Moon. Be sure to check out her channel. Thankful for my subscribers from my other channel. If you're not familiar with her, she does all these deck reviews and book reviews. She does these amazing interviews with fellow channels. Okay, let's see. Okay, do we want an extra card? Oh, let's just stick to that one. I love my in bulk. So let me grab my Seasons of the Witch in bulk. Oh, I have to. Nope, that is the tarot. We're not using that today. I'm really in love with these. Sue Toffee is here and Glorious is here. Welcome, I'm assuming ladies. So no offense. I can see Sue, but and I love the kitty picture. So Glorious, I don't know, but I'm going to make an assumption of a she, but if you're not, please feel free to correct me. I like to be respectful with those in my chat. So spirit messages for Thankful. Let's pull out the, alrighty. So let's look at your oracle cards first, and then we'll apply the tarot to the oracle. Your card from the folia is your guides. Here, let me just take your name down for a second. So your guides, Thankful, want you to start trusting in your intuition more. Okay. Start paying attention to those subtle feelings that you get, not to question. Start, meditating more, gain more in tune with your body so that when your intuition starts to talk to you, that you can automatically sense and know that's your energy and not anybody else's energy. And it says here, listen to your inner voice. So start trusting. Like the butterfly trusts, its wings when it first comes out of its pupa or the chrysalis, and it has to kind of flap them for a little bit, and then they have to take that first flight with them. So, trust like the butterfly trusts when it knows it's ready to fly and to move. Your in bulk card is the Aquarius card. So I don't know if you are Aquarius, if you have any Aquarius placements. I'm new to astrology, I'm still learning, or this could maybe represent somebody in your life that's Aquarius, but the Aquarius energy, because these are in bulk. So this is between now and going into February with the pagan holiday celebration of Imbolc and Bridget's Day candle mass for those of the Christian faith. So it says here, Aquarius, all are capable of dreaming, but it is those who surrender to vision who are visionaries. So trust in that, my dear. Maybe with it being Aquarius, okay, you're a Libra. So maybe with this coming through for this time of month or the season of the year, to start trusting your intuition, start things that you have dreams about, things that you want to achieve this year. Have faith in yourself, listen to your intuition, and let that guide you into what visions that you have for yourself, or even psychic visions, my dear. So this is about learning how to trust in the messages that you get on your own from spirit, or if you're out in nature and you ask for signs from nature, paying attention to that. And also it mentioned dreams, so dreaming. So yes, they want you to start trusting your intuition, start connecting and remembering your dreams, maybe keeping a dreaming journal, and yes, surrender to those visions that you're having, as long as, of course, they're positive, they're no so harming, but these are visions that I feel like they're guiding you. So with your tarot cards, you may be dealing with something you feel like a betrayal recently. I did get the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords is about theft. This could be, betrayal, people who take advantage, take from you that had no business to take from. And with this being swords, also, this could very well be in ways of communication. So there's a I think possibly there's a mentality right now because of things that you are possibly even currently experiencing. So for me, my top card is something that is going on right now that's tangible, that's within our conscious. So them wanting you to trust your intuition more in the future with people that you associate with or come into your circle. If there's something, to me, it almost kind of feels like this is an individual or individuals, possibly an event where you had a feeling, your intuition was talking to you, and you didn't listen to it. And so there was this sense of feeling like things were taken from you, were taken advantage of, or things that basically betrayed, stabbed in back, that kind of energy. And so it's basically not letting them get away with continuing that betrayal or that energy, to be able to let that go. And with the bottom card, the underlying energy is the Four of Pentacles or coins. And so that is holding on to things. That is for me not being able to, whatever this was, let it go. This is, holding on. And right now it was saying here with this little squirrel, trying to save up its nuts for, the winter, to make sure that what you are holding on to and wanting to, because some people associate this card with, being selfish. But right now it feels like this may be time for you to be selfish and to be able to, um, hold things to you that are much more spiritual or personal than maybe necessarily sharing with those people. Again, this is all going back to your intuition and knowing how to feel and who you your dreams with, your goals with. And so, but also not to withhold what it is that you want to do, not to let that action or that event affect how you share with others and or when you share with yourself. Now your middle card is the Emperor. And so this is Aries energy. Again, I'm learning a little astrology a little bit at a time. And this was in the middle card. So I'm feeling like this is going to be kind of like the center of what this reading is. I don't know if this was the individual who. So I'm going to go with this, and you let me know, Thankful, if this resonates. So with this Emperor being in the middle and with those that Seven of Swords on the opposite side, I'm wondering if this might be the individual or energy that first, that's associated with that Seven of Swords. Where you felt that betrayal, you felt that theft, that stealing of one's thoughts, ideas, or trying to steal one's dreams, goals, that kind of energy. And so, yes, okay. So with this card here, for me, it feels like the mask cracked and fell off, and you got to see who this individual was. The emperors are about leadership. They are someone who, so this could very well be possibly a boss or a person that in your life that represents who people look up to, who have responsibilities, that basically rule, that have leadership qualities. This could, again, it just almost feels like this is somebody, and I want to go with male on this. Yeah, I'm just going to stay right there because you say we're on the point. Okay, so what makes me look at the squirrel now too a little bit is maybe because of that betrayal, you may feel like you have to hoard some finances. You may um, have to save, may have to kind of what undergoing right now is trying to hold on to still everything that you have. But it also makes me think of not being afraid of your visions of what you want to attain and what abilities that you want to develop. Because with that set aside, again, their message is trust your intuition and to not give up your dreams. Again, maybe keeping a dreaming journal as well. Looking to your dreams for guidance as well as inspiration, and to be able even to follow your dreams. These cards are just so beautiful. I absolutely love them. So you're okay. So right now, just staying, let that, but again, not to let what's going on affect, this is for me, is feeling like this might have been a wake up call to start trusting your intuition. I have a feeling that you might have was on the fence about this individual or company or whatever it may be, and you didn't listen to that. And maybe even, maybe your guides were trying to communicate with you in your dreams or your dreams yourself. So this is about learning how to connect again with your intuition and to your dreams, and not to lose sight of those goals and dreams that you've been having for yourself, especially with this new year. So good luck with you on that, my dear. I wish you the best. And a sip, everybody. Everyone's saying hello. Let me take a sip. Oh, ouch. Yeah, I can see how that would hurt. You're learning to let go of everything. Okay. So, want to make sure so we can say hi. So, Sue, again, hello. And we have Glorious also here. Welcome. And would you ladies like a midweek read or poems? Poems, I do my poetry on Sundays. I don't have my my writing book and stuff out with me, but some of these beautiful inbox cards have things that sound like poetry to them. So those are quite lovely as well. So let me know, ladies. So Sue, I remember you from the other channel. How have you been? Um, okay, so working on your spiritual more. Good to hear. um, and hey, Irene, I know it was a pop up. I went out side for a walk, and it's so beautiful. There's snow on top of the mountains, on the peaks, and we're supposed to get snow starting a little bit later this afternoon. So hopefully, we'll get a little bit of a dusting. And came in, Shan was making a fresh pot of coffee, so I thought, why not? Cuppa and some cards. Alrighty. But Glorious, let me know. Yeah, I think. Yeah, my pages for my poetry and everything are all in a separate spot. So I'm rearranging my room. So that's what's going on. So until somebody asks for maybe a personal, let's take a look at the energy. I'll start shuffling for the rest of the week. So what messages can we expect from Sunday today through the rest of the week? Alrighty. Ooh, okay. For the collective, I like. Let's see what the folia has. Okay, after I do a collective, I'll do one for you, Irene. And again, if any of you other ladies would like some cards for today, please let me know. Ooh, my favorite card out of the whole deck on that one. Whoa, okay. Well, we're getting a lot of messages about the dream realm. So let's start off with the my favorite card out of all these right now. We have creativity. It says here, use your imagination. So for the collective, tapping into some of your creativity for the rest of the week. I'm going to associate that with the top card, tarot card, for the energy that's currently, tangible for us right now. And I have the Four of Cups. And so the Four of Cups typically shows boredom, just, apathy, just feel, that blah, unmotivating. But this card here I like because she's got those other cups around her. It's like she's partaken of those cups, and with a smile on her face, it feels kind of like she's pleased with but it wasn't enough. And there's that cup that comes into view here. And instead of turning away, she is actually kind of looking over at it or at us, and that beautiful swan that's floating by. So swans are about transformation as well. So she's got her eye, she's got those other cups. She's not quite ready to, perhaps there's again the disappointment, and it's like, well, these cups didn't do anything. Why is that one? But there is a smile. She is contemplating, and she's, sitting under that tree. So I like how she may be just connecting with the tree, getting grounded before trying something new. But I like that extra cup because that extra cup can be doing something creative and getting yourself out of that boredom, out of that stagnation, feeling like that, blah, listless kind of feeling, and just maybe snapping out of it by tapping into something that's fun, that's creative. And I'll just go ahead with the next tarot card. Then in the middle, I have the Magician. And this is actually a signed card from Ciro Marchetti. So I do have the one sets of decks where he signed the magician, because this is him. So there's a couple different versions of the magician, and with this one here, I like it's how he's got the pen, the quill, and the ink. So it's basically saying this could be, that creativity could be writing, it could be journaling, it could be writing something creative like a poem, and it could be, maybe even doing some automatic writing, depending on if you feel like you need some inspiration from your guides. And so this is basically saying you have the ability to write your story, write how you want the rest of your week to go. And you have the power to be able to manifest that in your life. The power is in your hands. What are you going to write? What's going to be your story for the rest of the week? And the underlying energy is the beautiful strength card. And so allow that beautiful energy, how she's giving that to the lion, the tiger. And so it's like our guide stripping that inspiration, that divine light, and absorbing that and focusing that energy into something creative for the rest of the week. Nancy! Hi, Nancy. I'm doing a collective right now while waiting to see if anybody else would like their own mini reading. And so from the in bulk, I got the Dream Realm, and it says, "Not everything is what it may seem. Bring yourself back from all time and all places as a new perspective can be seen." And that goes right with that Four of Cups card. All those already have been seen. Bring yourself back. See, there is more possibility right there. The cup may be empty, but that's for you to grab that cup and dip into that, to that watery intuition, that creativity, and allow, that transformation, like with the swan. Dip into that. I actually have water that I set out for the full moon to work on a painting. So whatever you want to dip your water into, whatever, gets your creative juices flowing, that, will help kind of get us out of that midweek to the rest of the week blah. Yeah, and the strength is there. It's all in us. Sometimes we may forget that. And it's a beautiful reminder of how we tame that inner, especially with being on social media too much or on TV and whatnot. It's a nice break knowing that we can control, those animalistic urges and be able to basically tame, the wild nature within us, but doing so lovingly, like she is. She's pouring that beautiful light into that tiger. And so transmuting that energy into something that brings us joy, excitement, and wants us to tap into our creativity. So that is what I have for the collective. And I see the name Jax. I see Jax is in the house. Christina, good day, my dear. Oh, okay. I'm getting requests. So I should have I got my little piece of paper around here somewhere that I've been. All righty. Well, let's just use this. And I decided cup of coffee, and some cards. I went out for a beautiful walk today. Was sending Miss Nancy some pictures of some gorgeous purple sage. Smelled heavenly. Let me move that there. Nancy, I was sending pictures to you, to Tom, to my friend Amanda back home. So let me see. Let me just write Christina down, and I'll see who I've asked first. I know Irene. Let's see. Yes, I hope you had one too, my dear. So let me ask you, Christina, because you are on the other side of the world, this time of year, do you celebrate Christmas like the whole world? Or for you right now, it's, basically like, I would say maybe Easter or, well, are you reversed holidays, or does Australia celebrate Christmas at the same time? That's something I could never, never thought of until just now. Let's see. Let me bow. Oh, we have Mousy Girl is here too. Hey, Mousy. All righty. So let me back up. Beautiful cards. Beautiful. Yes. Creativity. Perfect. Okay. So there's Irene's request. Hi, Heather. Everyone just realized you were on. I was checking this. Okay. So, do. Yes. Nancy, I walked through the door and the coffee pot was going, was brewing. I was like, perfect. He looks a little creepy to me. Who does the Ciro Marchetti? Is that the one who looks a little creepy to you with his glasses? Let's see. Everyone's saying hello. Now, I heard someone say hi to Jax. Yep. She's on the mend, but she's feeling better. Yay. Oh, thank you, Irene. And Christina. So I thought I saw Jax. Oh, she's probably picking up the kids from school right now. Let's see. Yes, Happy New Year, prosperous, productive year for all of us. Oh, the magician. Yes, definitely. So you still also celebrate. Okay. I'm going to wow, dinner? It's like 12:30 my time. That's so funny prepping for dinner and I haven't even had lunch yet. So, alrighty, we have Christina. So, Irene, I'm going to, because Christina, I rarely ever get to read for, so let me get her and see what we get. So, Christina, did you have a specific question or do you want just, like the cards for, like from today for the rest of the week kind of energy? Let me know. Because I am opening the floor to, questions, as long as they're not political. Doesn't involve me having to tap into somebody else's energy. And because I'm not a professional when it comes to health or legal. But if you're not sure, Christina, we can always look and see how maybe we can reword something if you're not sure. So let me know, my dear. I still have my beautiful Christmas tree. The best time ever. Okay. So I'm taking it. We're going to do a general then, Christina, for the week. Okay. I'm going to go with that. All righty. Okay. Oh, so we got cups. Seems like today a lot of us, our guides are acknowledging for us to tap into our intuition, our emotions, learning how to use those for healing and for spiritual development, psychic development. All right. Oh, Irene, who did you get a reading from yesterday? Or are you referring to Monday? Because you got Boudica, didn't you? All righty. Okay, let's see what we have here. Let me just take a look. Wow. We have got... So we're going to start with the folia. And it's about reflection. It says, reflection reveals who you are. So looking into the mirror, reflecting on who we are, kind of getting to know you, getting to know you, getting to know everything about you. So this is kind of like the know thyself card. So looking in our reflection and really kind of reconnecting with ourselves, especially with this new year. A lot of us are doing self-reflection, seeing, what changes we may want to make in our lives this year, whether it's in job, career, spiritual development, um, creativity. But it's a time for a lot of reflection. And I love that there's that pretty little like lotus flower in there, because without the mud where it grows from, when it breaks the surface, then it blooms. So without the mud, it doesn't bloom in the light. So this is, looking at and in the reflection and seeing how much we have grown, how much we have blossomed, and what we want to pursue in the new coming year. So let me set that right there. And next card from the In Bulk Oracle is, oh, how cute. She's got a little, is that a little, trying to figure out what that is in her pocket. I think it's a little mouse or squirrel. So it says here, there's something so intimate when letters reflect, there's the word reflect again, the ton, in times of introspection, when I am at my most vulnerable and revealing all that lives in me. Oh my goodness, you can't make this up. So you got the devotional, and look how that little squirrel is sitting in her pocket watching her. And squirrels too are again about learning how to conserve, how to save, just who knows, maybe gathered all these little goodies and put them in her pocket. I love looking at these lyrically too. Um, they're just so adorable. And then her hair all cut up in the tree. That's very cute. So devotional about self-reflection, and you got the reflection card. And there's a mirror. Okay, again, there's a mirror there in front of her, and we got a mirror here. So Christina, strong reflection, looking at oneself, and journaling is really being recommended here. And I'll read that again. There's something so intimate when letters reflect the tongue in times of introspection, when I'm at my most vulnerable and revealing all that lives in me. So allowing maybe your emotions, things that you feel, just writing them down, getting them out. If it's for a particular person, not necessarily having to send that letter, or in this case nowadays, text, email, whatever, how we communicate. But some people still enjoy doing the occasional handwritten letter. There's something that shows that someone really took the time to send a handwritten letter. But this is a reminder of, even if there's somebody in our life that we need to release emotions to or tell things to, even though we know we can't actually be able to do it. That writing is extremely therapeutic. And again, journaling. Journaling does not just even include writing. It can be grabbing collage pieces and doing doodles, or drawing symbols or sigils, or things that help you process emotions in a very creative and safe manner. I write handwritten letters to the government all the time. Irene. So Christina, looking at your tarot cards, again, water. So this is really feels like this is tapping into your emotions, my dear. You have a lot that you want to share. So your tangible card is the King of Cups. And I love this card because of his beard was a little bit shorter, remind me a little bit of my daddy. So we've got that King of Cups, and the king that rules from, rules from a place of compassion, understanding. This is a card of, of being empathic, being able to communicate with those from a place, again, of empathy, of compassion, someone who is able to be in control of their emotions, especially if things, in a situation, things get heated. You're balanced and grounded enough to be able to communicate clearly one's emotions, and be able to be grounded in that without, losing one's head, so to speak. if he was reversed, it would be opposite. It would be somebody who used emotional manipulation on others. But the cards I'm looking at here look good, Christina. So this is about, again, being in that place of where one can, communicate their emotions effectively. Again, through the writing as well. And being also open to your abilities. And I'm looking into his eyes. Christina, I'm wondering if this is a possible ancestor. Let me grab my pendulum because I know he makes me think of my dad, but I'm looking at his eyes and it feels like this is somebody who may be an ancestor. Let me find out. Is this an ancestor of hers? Is this a grandfather? Actual grandfather? Is this a father? Is this? So, Christina, I'm getting a yes from my pendulum. And when I asked if this was like a grandfather to you, or an actual paternal grandfather or father, I was getting no. But when I asked if this was an individual that had been in your life that was like that to you, um, I got a yes. So, Christina, I'm getting that this is an ancestor or somebody, maybe not necessarily close to your immediate family, but I feel like this is somebody who was very much had a role in your life. And that I feel like you might be feeling them more around. And because of the cups and because of the journaling and because of the self reflection, it feels like this individual, I don't know if you called or asked this individual for help or to help guide you through this time, to help you guide you through your emotions. Um, but yeah, I'm feeling very, yeah, I know my pendulum said, but I'm feeling that this individual is a guide, is an ancestor. So with the Knight of Cups, interesting. I'm going for a swim in the ocean to clear my energy. Okay. So the Knight of Cups also came up for you. Now this is like the middle energy. So I'm feeling that this is something. Now the Knight can be either female or male, but typically, it's traditionally male. But this is more of the energy of um, this is the this is the cup. This is the knight who is emotionally available, that wears their emotions on their sleeve. It's a typically associated with like a romantic love, but this is somebody who is very forthgiving in sharing their emotions. And with this one here is holding the cup out to you. So it feels like it's saying, start trusting start trusting in your gifts, start trusting in your creativity. Intuition is playing a big part today in the readings, and having that balance of emotions. um, this is one of the slower moving nights. This is the night that feels very deeply. You feel things very deeply. I saw with the ocean, so you connect very much to the waters. So with that cup, maybe offering you this opportunity to do the self work, the self reflection work, the writing, tapping into the emotions. It's almost like giving permission, saying, here, you. So I'm just feeling like there's a need for you to work on the journaling, the self-reflection, that there are emotions that you need to release, that you feel like you need to share, um, because you're the one that goes and is compassionate to others. It's like you like with the queen, it's like a nurturing energy where you're and with the knights are typically a little younger because of age, but with the knights, it's about them being chivalrous, being, here, let me help you, let me give you, but you got to remember at times too to not drain so much out of your cup that you don't have enough for your own self. Now, the underlying energy with all this, especially connecting with that king, with that spirit guide ancestral energy, I got the judgment card, and this is a spiritual awakening. So for me, this feels like, again, this writing, this releasing, the self-reflection is all about, having an epiphany, a spiritual understanding, and it's releasing judgment of oneself, and embracing all the attributes of our intuition, our gifts, our emotions, and really kind of starting to really find yourself, Christina. I love this card because it's like spiritual enlightenment. It's like you're having an epiphany, an aha moment. Like, okay, I'm moving forward. This feels right. I'm trusting in this. So this whole process here this week of just developing that self-reflection. I love that. So I hope that resonated with you, Christina. Let's see. Can't pour from an empty cup. No. Hey, girl, what's going on? What's up, Sassy? Sassy Boo. Back home from picking the kids up. So let me see. Okay, already spanked it. Okay. God almighty. Oh. So let's see. Everyone's saying hello. I'll spank the day. All right. Yep. Everyone's saying hello. Chiropractic. That's right. You were supposed to. Hips is still off, but way less. Hernia is healing well. Okay. They probably can't do a full chiropractic, I'm assuming, Jax, because of the surgery still healing. That might do something to your stitches or whatever. I'm excited for leftovers because I'm not cooking. Woohoo! I didn't feel like cooking yesterday. We went to Carl's Jr. after my appointments. So there was your comment there about going swimming to clear your energy. Yeah, I'm wondering if you're going to have a moment today in the water where, yeah, pay attention when you're in the water today. And I don't mean like safety wise, but, feeling like there might be something that you experience or see that is going to have like maybe some more light switches coming on. I feel it might be a guardian angel. I'm feeling someone around me even coming in my dreams. Well, you know what? Where is he? I don't get to read for you too often, and I'm not in no hurry, so let's see if we can get a clarifier. Thank you, Glorious. But I don't know if I ever read for you. I've been seeing you popping into chat, so please let me know. Okay, let's find out, Christina. What is the message? What's the energy surrounding this ancestor spirit guide? Or, well, too many cards. This is a thick card stock, and as you can see how thick that deck is. Me and my little. So, who is this individual? Or what does this individual, the other message? Nostalgia. So definitely, this is the card of nostalgia. You got the Six of Pentacles, and it's a nest. So it's kind of like returning to the nest, returning to the fold. This is connecting and gifting, and she's got birds on her. And so, birds being messengers. So, yes, messages coming in from this individual. They're, like you said, you feel them in your dreams. So, this is somebody who is very, very close to you on a spiritual level. Um, oh, wow. And then you got the world card. Oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, it's the sun. Oh, it's the sun card. I haven't picked this deck up in a while, and with me trying to read numerals and numbers, Heather don't do numbers. Usually, I see the image and boom. But no, it's the sun. It's a beautiful message. It's light. It's being successful, happiness, joyous. So yeah, there's something very nostalgic. Then I also got the King of Pentacles. Okay, so the King of Pentacles is an individual who is a provider. Kind of like, traditional, when they think of the provider, the family, the husband, the dad, the father that provides. But this is, the provider provides, a sense of security, stability, um, finances, um, someone who provides a safe and nurturing, household. Again, beautiful fatherly energy. Oh my goodness, Christina. And this card came on the bottom. So, Christina, again, the Seven of Swords. So, this is the card again of things being stolen or taken or cheated. So, that was on the bottom, kind of like the unseen subconscious. So, I don't know if that's something that you has experienced recently and they're surrounding you for this, or this could very well be a card saying that this person, this individual, may have been taken too early or too soon, or the feeling of this was stolen from me time with this individual. That's interesting. So I'm going to leave it there. So hopefully those extra cards helped a bit. Yeah, I saw that. Can pour from empty cup. No, you can. Thank you so much, Heather. You were really spot on. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, so she's gone by now. Bye, Nancy. um, I love birds that come for a feed every morning and evening. So this person brings a sense of nostalgia. Maybe my past life is catching up with me. These individuals. This is connected. Yeah, Christina, trust your gut, my dear. Maybe do some automatic writing. But yeah, I'm getting a spin for past life connection. Um, I'm asking it family, somebody very close. Yes. Did you know this individual in this lifetime? Now let's focus on this lifetime. The King of Cups, that King of Pentacles. For these people in this lifetime. And I'm getting a strong no from me. Back and forth is a no. Wow. Very interesting. I really enjoy doing the ancestral readings. I find those very meaningful. So, cuppa and some cards. So, time to take a sip. Mm. Well, I guess we're not going to get snow starting at 1. The sun's back out, and the boys are playing basketball at the court across the street. But I don't think you guys can hear that. Alrighty, so Irene, I didn't see any more requests. Let's get to you, my dear. So, messages for Irene for the rest of this week. I just love that folio. I know Lori over at Craigie Brook Witchery, she just did a video on, and she uses her tea leaf cards. So Irene, come on, Irene, do 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 do. Oof. The artwork on this deck is just amazing. Not particularly crazy for the Roman, because I know I had a past life, because I don't like anything with the Roman Empire, or you see the hat. I just So who knows, Irene? Maybe we were part of Boudica's army and had to fight against the the Roman Empire. All righty, so let's grab a folio. Ooh, okay. Well, I like that card. That just flipped out. So, I remember though, positivity, positive outcome, highest good for all involved, no harm to anyone. But I like this card. Yep, those Romans. No, we're starting to kind of turn into the Roman Empire. Going in and, but I digress. I digress. No politics on the channel, Heather. Ugh, icky energy. Oh, thank you, thankful. All righty, let's see. Oh, girl. Where do I start? Now I'm going, it's not like apocalyptic. But the overall energy is the Knight of Pentacles. And he is the very slow moving knight, because he has to take his time to assess and look at things from different perspectives before moving forward. It's, establishing a place, a sense of security, looking for a place that's safe. He's also was coming in as adaptable. So this is basically your energy, being able to take time, baby steps, especially with Pentacles, having to do with finances, security, stability. I know it sucks to have to go slow, but making sure that all of the steps are completed as needed be. And in the process, yes, you have been having to deal with, of course, too, continuing with this week, a lot of standing up for yourself. And I like in this deck, it really shows that you're rising above, that those other ones that are coming at you aren't reaching you, and that you're standing firm. And, at least you don't have to be like down there literally fighting. It's with this card here, it's showing that this individual has risen above, is standing on top, He's guarding, yeah, he's defending his turf, he's defending his territory, he's defending his energy, and he is yeah, defending himself from all of these others and their willpower that they're trying to force upon him. So right now, standing true to you, who you are, and your beliefs and your ground moving forward. And your middle card I like is the Wheel of Fortune. So things are going to, that night's going to be slow, but things are going to eventually start getting that Wheel of Fortune start moving for you, my dear. Okay. Now, yes, you are going through dark days of winter. And it says here, I must seek to befriend the hidden parts of self, the darkness that embraces the whole of who I am. So this is going within. Beautiful little black fox there protecting him. So this is about having to learn how to go within, you know, um, embrace that shadow, that darkness, befriend yourself. Again, this is about really, discovering one's strength, discovering one's resilience, and having that faith that things will get better. Just like that Howard Jones song, things can only get better. So everyone start humming, oh. So she's like, oh no. More like Noah's flood around here. Oh dear. So yeah, these are going to be dark days for a while, but you're doing it. Yeah, you're embracing it. It's something it's something that says there's just no way around it. Something that you have to do. But I like the fact too with this, it shows that you are standing strong. You're sticking to your beliefs. You're sticking to your guns. You're sticking to your authenticity. You're unwavering. And again, standing in your strength. And your Folia card, abundance, financial security, and material gains. So, whatever's going on this week, you may not necessarily know anything happening, but there is that abundance, that gain that you are looking for. It is on its way. And I know it sucks that when we're told that we have to have patience. But again, that Knight of Pentacles, everything has to be done properly, has to go through all the right channels, has to go through all the right individuals. Everything has to be signed properly. The form, all of everything that has to do with finance has to be done. But there will be prosperity and abundance coming to you, my dear. So allow that energy going on this week, even if you may not see it. I mean, it would be grand if you, I sound like Jackie, it'd be grand. If, you do get word this week that you've got some finances coming in or things with that whole deal with the courts. Like I said, I'm not a, lawyer or anything, but it just looks like, that Wheel of Fortune that's starting to turn, just standing firm with how you have been in the beginning, since the beginning, tapping into that reserve, my dear, that dark soul, of the night. Yep, in Canada, it is dark. Yeah. Well, you're getting a lot of snow. Heather, enjoy your cup. I'm going to join my friend for coffee as well. Bye, Christina. I know you're probably gone already. I need to buy a lottery ticket. Oh, really? Well, you got to be open to where it does come from. You just never know. I wonder if we can pull. Hold on a second. First, that abundance card. Can Spirit give us any idea where that abundance card is coming from? The abundance, the financial. What can you tell me about the energy? Ooh, the energy around that. The moon card. Well, obviously, the moon card represents shadow. So there's something that you are maybe not seeing that's going to be illuminated upcoming, where, asking, the higher powers that be, or your Buddhist, I don't know who you call to or pray to in Buddhism, but asking them to help guide um, your vision or guide you through the shadows to maybe give you an idea or how you can um, how to access that, see where that it's coming from. I just love how they have the wolf and the dog on there. They're so cool. Um, and the bottom card is the Queen of Wands. She's the queen of fire, willpower, creativity. So this may be an individual that comes to you, not necessarily as an actual physical woman, but this could be a man too that has that energy, that fire, that spirit, that catalyst. Wow, the queen and the moon, divine feminine. Interesting. Let's see. I just sold everything and pawned everything I could to stop the eviction. Stupid because the place needs condemned. It's just been one flood after another. They're refusing to fix anything. And you can't take them to court, or are you still in the process of that? But now, if I can get it together, I'm going to flip the narrative and take them to the. Okay. Tribunal, is that what they call it in Canada? Okay. Yep. Everyone's sending you lots of prayers and love and hugs. And I know sometimes hugs, and like, what can a hug do? But it can, help one's energy to know that you're being hugged, even from far away, knowing that you're supported, that you're loved, and there are people rallying, around you to help you. All righty. So that was Irene. You were my last read. I don't know if there was anybody else who would like one. So any fun plans for the upcoming weekend? I'll give it a couple minutes. See if anybody else. I'll take hugs. There you go, girl. Big hug. I wanted to hug a tree today, but the thing was so huge. A lot of the trees around here, they're just massive. I mean, if I went to go hug it, I wouldn't even get half around the tree. I mean, it's just, I fly by seat of pants. You know how they have like the little winged footies on Mercury? Put the little winged things on your backside, little pockets going, wee. Oh, yes. And I love the kitty Glorious. What's his or her name? Birthday. I'll order to go food. Well, that sounds good. I found there's a Domino's not too far from here. Heather, I'm listening. It's just at that moment I was driving. Oh, okay. Well, enjoy your cuppa with your friend. So, we'll have to do a birthday reading for the birthday girl. I don't think I have anybody joining me Friday. So, yeah, see, Irene, everyone's sending you. I hear it's a lot harder in Canada with the police department and the government and everything. Some of the shows I watched trying to people get cases solved and how things get lied or misplaced or they don't take things seriously. It's just good freaking Lord. I'm chained to the school runs for now, but it may change in the spring. 3 down to 2. I'll take it. Your dad? Okay. Yeah, like to kick it on home. Am I on? Not every day. Because where I moved to, I don't have any established friends here to or work or stuff of the sorts. So during the day, if I get bored reading my books or if I don't feel like painting or something, I like to jump on and just see what peeps are doing. And I like to keep reading so that the more you read, the better you get. So I like to practice and I like to hang out with the peeps, like her. She's like her. So, um, let's see. Tomorrow, I'm excited because I get to see my once monthly astrology group. Don't know how many ladies are going to show up this time. Um, it's very hot here. Saturday, 42. Oh, so I'm not sure what 42 would be here. You get bored. I do sometimes. Um, Not like I don't have a lot of books to to read and paint. I have a brand new canvas I got last Monday, and I got a hold of Jonathan Daly to see if he's available to do a live painting with me soon, so I can jump at that canvas. But I might already be started. Yeah, because I don't have people to go out with. I went out for a walk today, and oh, there's a group of kids over at the park. What's going on? Maybe a little field trip or something. Um, but yeah, here the weather stays pretty mild here in Southern Oregon during the winters, and so I might even go down to Lithia Park sometime this week, depending on because they're like, "Ooh, we're going to get 2 inches of snow," and I'm like, "We'll see." And I'm like, 2 inches of snow. I mean, I'm used to 2 feet of snow. So I can't complain. So 42 degrees with you, Christina, would probably be what here in state-wise, that would be like over 100. Wow, that is hot. All righty. Well, I guess that is the end of readings. Let me remember to take that banner off, or if I don't, they won't take it off the next show. 107. Yeah, we sometimes get that hot here, which wasn't a lot of fun this past summer, let me tell you. So, but I think I am going to make me some lunch, figure out what I'm going to do for dinner, and then I don't know, at least start working on that painting, do an honor painting, or read my books. I'm right now, I love this series. It is the Walker Papers. This is book number 3. Highly recommend. Very cool. She is half Cherokee and half Irish, and she's 27. God, to be 27 again, know what I know now. And and she's a mechanic. And in the first book, she becomes a spiritual shaman, and she's got abilities and things. It's sci-fi, but at the same time, it's pretty cool. I love it. She's a cop, police mechanic cop, but now she's an actual foot patrol, and so yeah, really really cool book, fantasy series. There's like 9 of them. So the first one to get started, if anyone wants something new to read, is The Urban Shaman, where she has to fight and deal with Krununos, Hearn, his son, and the Wild Hunt. So, yeah, C.E. Murphy's pretty cool. So, all righty. Jackie B! What's up, girl? I was just going to sign off. I was doing midweek readings. Did you want one, girl, before I head off? You have a beautiful rest of your day too, Glorious, and evening, wherever you may be. So yes, called the Walker Papers. Her birth name was Siobhan, the way it's spelled in Gaelic is, it looks like it's Saban or whatever, but it's Siobhan, and her last name is Walking Stick. And to get away from her past, she's got a sad past, everything. The protagonist, the wounded healer. She's basically the wounded healer. And so she changed her name to, she kept she changed it to Joanne, her middle name, and dropped Walking Stick and ended up being, with the last name of Walker. But yeah, really cool. Yes, please. All right. And then lunch. So. And Shan just pulled out his guitar. So if you hear faint strings, that's him in the background. So Jackie B. And Miss Jackie B, if you're nasty. What is her midweek, rest of the week energy reading for today? And which in Vampire Detective, the House series I was reading for a while. Okay, so let me up down there. Back to the chef. Oh my God, my dear, I'm so sorry. Yep. Oh, you did? Oh, I must have been out for my walk and I didn't. Oh, Jackie, I'm sorry. I went out for a nice long walk and came home, and Shan was making coffee, and I'll just jump on. Oh man, girl. Oh, I was gonna say, email me and I would have been there. But yes, yay! Congratulations. I'll have to go back and watch. You go, girl. How did it feel? I know after my first one, it was just like I couldn't wait to do it again. Once you get that first one out. Ooh, what's that? It was just a random. There you go. Ooh, Forged in Fire. Oh, I like that, girl. So I'm going to start off with the folio. So pay attention to red flags. So if you got something going on this week for the rest of the week where something's not feeling right and you're feeling like maybe is this a red flag, trust that. So just whatever things that people might say or sign here on the dotted line, all that kind of stuff. But just pay attention to any red flags that you intuitively feel, you see, or spirit might start, acknowledging you to. But yeah, I know you'll have a grab on that, but pay attention to red flags. I'll wait for the Oracle card for last. So your first energy, your top energy, your tangible stuff is the Eight of Cups. And so this is emotionally walking away from things that no longer serve you, my dear. The past is the past. And this is going to be Christina soon. She's going to be out in the water at the beach. But yeah, it's walking away from all those things that were emotionally unfulfilling, maybe emotionally abusive, or just things that, something with intuition, or things didn't just, because let's face it, sometimes we listen to our intuition and it still goes something like a backfire. And then we're like, wait a minute. But then later on we find out it was meant to happen kind of thing. But all those cups, all those emotions, all those things, it's just we're walking away from it and you're just like sailing above the water. And you're going to that beautiful, the clouds are splitting and you're going into that beautiful light. So perhaps that red flag acknowledges something that you've already picked up on and you're walking away from that saying, nah, like you always say, I don't claim it. This is not my energy. I am not going to claim it. Goodbye. So that's what I'm feeling like, especially emotionally, and your intuition telling you it's time to move on. There's a couple other cups and things that we need to pursue and to experience, and I think this is a beautiful card. The underlying energy, even better. Bye, Jax. Take it easy, easy, sassy. I was called you sissy. You're not a sissy. Take a late, yeah. Anyway, back to Heather's. It's like Spirit's going to get back into this. So 3 of Wands, Jackie. Wow, you are expanding, my dear. You just popped in and said you did your first show. So there you go. You are expanding, you are exploring your horizons. I love that that ship is like coming in, full of new ideas, potential, and you're out there, you're waiting for it. And the middle card is the 8 of Wands. Girl, hang on, things are moving. They're moving fast, they're moving, typically they show them going sideways or whatever, but these ones going up, going whatever. It's moving. That energy, that passion, that willpower, all of that is moving. And this guy here, he is shooting a arrow, um, a fire. I mean, he's focused and he's letting that fly. And the card that where the arrow is going, is because it's going this way, is aiming right towards this card. So all this is happening. Boom, 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 Jackie. And I love your in bulk card, forged in fire. So again, we're continuing with the wands, that fiery energy. And it says here, your strength was crafted through adversity, a mastery only you behold. And there you go, rising out of the earth, firing up your own cauldron. There's your swords in there, tempering and ready for you to pull and direct that energy into whatever it is that you want to do. All those ideas and thoughts and things are all cooking and being tempered in that cauldron that you are cooking up, girl. So yeah, I love that. Forged in fire. So man, Jackie, awesome cards to have for the week. Yow. Very, very cool. The 3 of Wands, yeah. This is a very cool deck. And they Marchetti associates this with Aries. So this could be maybe Aries energy, something that you might have, or somebody or something coming in that has a strong placement with Aries. But yeah, amazing ship and all those dragons. Goodness. Yeah, I love that. Forged in fire. Damn right, girl. Aren't we all? Love it, love it, love it. And whoo, sip, sip. Oh, the last of my coffee. Cold coffee, but cold coffee is just as good as hot coffee. So I'll have to go back. How long were you on for, Jackie? I'll see if I can watch a few minutes of it before I go make myself some lunch. Oh, you're welcome, my dear. Mwah. And let me know when you want to hang again on a Friday. My Fridays are open. So, alrighty. Well, everybody, thank you again for popping on with this little pop-up live that I did. Yes, get your lunch. Definitely will. Alrighty. So, everyone have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your week. And I will see you next time, either in someone's chat or on a live. So thanks again, everyone. Bye.